Let's talk about how to get more sensation in the back of the leg when doing the part where you're laying down in your stomach. So I'm going to show you this by starting with what the wrong way looks like. So this would be the wrong way. At this moment, the biggest problem is that I have a really big arch in my spine. Because I've arched my spine so much, I'm able to get my chest really high and my leg really high. But that is not the goal of this exercise at all. We actually want to work to lengthen out our spine super long and extend the leg longer, not higher, in order to feel this in the back of the leg. So we're going to run through step by step how to get there. Step one is going to be to connect the pubic bone to the floor in order to help engage the abs. So let me show you what I mean. If I am working through the wrong way in an arched spine like so, the primary weight is now in my ribs and like in my diaphragm. That's what's pressing into the floor. So we're talking about the area from like here to here, okay? Now I want to try to shift that so the primary weight is right here at the pubic bone and then flats here at the chest. Let me show you what it looks like. Arched, okay? Now watch, I'm gonna take my tailbone, I'm gonna take my pubic bone, which is currently not on the floor, and I'm going to roll that down and into the floor, and then I'm going to think about pulling my belly button up and in. It may not actually leave the floor, that's totally fine, but that's the thought. So watch again. Wrong way, super arch. Right way, head goes down, tailbone rolls down, pubic bone presses, belly pulls in. This is where we want to be. Now step two would be to take your leg a little bit lower, but technically if you did step one, that happened on its own. Did you all notice that in the last one? When I'm arched, my leg gets really, really high. But when I adjust the pubic bone and I think about pulling the belly button in and anchoring that down, it automatically causes my leg to go lower. So here's what you need to know about step two. By stabilizing the form of the torso, it will automatically place your leg in the correct spot. Step three is to make sure that your leg is staying super, super straight and that you're not trying to do a big range of motion. So you may try to find yourself doing a little something like this. Okay? See how I'm moving my leg a lot? Right now, I am lifting my heel up toward the ceiling. And instead, I want you to think about lengthening out the leg. So get it toward the back of the room, right? And then go from all the way up here at the very back of the thigh and ever so small, ever so subtle, create a little bump, a little up, a little up. And the whole time you're thinking about keeping that pubic bone anchored. It's your stomach that keeps it anchored, that's your abs. And then you create this really, really incredible press of opposition where this is staying down while this is trying to go up, and therefore you create tension right here in the back of the leg. One more time, let me show you wrong way. So this is right way. This would be wrong way, right? Just letting it kick. If you're having a hard time anchoring your pubic bone down, may I suggest using your hands to give you some support? So the hands can be a little more active here. Something that may help is taking the hands a little bit more forward so that you're able to lift slightly up. Notice I said slightly because I don't want anybody going into this. That's going to kill your lower back. So you do a little push into the floor to help you get the base of the body down, right? Pushing down through here in order to lift the chest a little higher so that you can get the base of the spine anchored more down. So definitely this week, play with where your hands are holding and how your hands are pressing. And finally, if doing this move on the stomach is not available for you, it doesn't feel good to lay on your stomach, maybe you're pregnant, this move, do you know what this move actually is? It's this move, okay? Same type of idea here. We don't want to be super, super arched. We don't want to take this super high kick with the leg. Instead, we want to adjust through the belly, right? Our pubic bone is pressing into an imaginary floor. We're tightening up through the back of the leg. We're keeping it nice and small and keeping the hips stacked and even. So there is your alternative. Both of these positions are excellent for the spine, excellent for hamstring and glute strength.